All right, Patrick, you ready for another call?
I'm chomping at the bit, Kat.
All right, good. That's what I like to hear. It's Bob from Barrie, Ontario.
Hey, Rob.
Hi, how are you?
Good, man. How are you today?
Good, thanks. Hi, Kat. Hi, Patrick. My question is, I'm a computer student, and I am starting a postgraduate course in Internet security starting very soon. And I am trying to build a file server to practice some things so I won't get in any trouble with any companies up here in Canada.
A wise choice.
And I received a motherboard and some RAM from two separate people. And the RAM, I have no idea why. Well, it's not going to fit into the motherboard.
Right. You look at the RAM and you look at the motherboard and you look at the little RAM connectors on the motherboard. It's just not going to happen, right?
It's not going to happen.
Okay. But do you know what kind of motherboard it is? So basically, you got some parts. They're given to you for free. You want to cobble them together to create a basic system you can run Linux or BSD on. So you can have a file server, and then you can start practicing Internet security.
You got it.
Okay.
No, I know the motherboard is it's a Pentium motherboard. It has the chip already on it.
Okay.
I'm more of a software guy, not a hardware guy.
Got it. If you take a look at the motherboard, right?
Yep.
Is there somewhere in there, in some sort of like screen printed white lettering, is there a name, an Intel? Is there?
It's Intel.
It's an Intel. Does it say what kind of motherboard it is?
There's a small sticker that says N232. That make any sense?
Well, you know what? It's something to start with.
And then there's also a serial number on as well.
Okay. One of the things, is there a FCC serial number on there?
No, there is not that I can see.
And what was that number on the Intel motherboard?
It was N232.
See what comes up with that one. Intel server motherboard. We're going to play around. Somewhere in there, there'll either be an FCC number on there, or there'll be an identifying number, like you were saying, a serial number. The FCC number is cool. So if you type into Google, you do a search for FCC ID database search.
Okay.
And what will come up is basically you take the FCC number, because anything that emits radio waves has to be tested by the FCC, and they assign it a number, which means if you've got some obscure piece of hardware, like an old graphics card or something, you're trying to figure out what it is, if it's got that FCC number, you can type it into one of their databases. It'll spit back the name of the manufacturer and the hardware.
Okay.
The other thing you can do is, chances are, I'm going to scroll through here, and what's kind of an interesting website I found is it's what kind of memory do I have, what kind of RAM do I need. It's an interesting thing. What it actually gives you pictures to identify, this is like DDR, which is commonly available now, SDRAM. And what you might be able to do is figure out based on the pin count, and I'm guessing it's going to be a 72-pin SIM that you have on that system?
Yes.
So it is a 72-pin?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Then what you can probably figure out based on the chip there, you can do a little deduction and figure out based on the speed of the chip that's on there what kind of RAM that needs to run. Because you know, once you got to, there was kind of a 2 or 3 year spate where there weren't a lot of changes in there. So you might be able to identify it through here, and we'll put the links to that in the show notes, because the URL for this one's kind of a nightmare. But again, if you're trying to identify a piece of hardware, that FCC number is a good place to go, or you can take a look, basically spend a lot of time looking for any information that's up on the motherboard itself.
Okay.
All right,
great. Thanks very much.
You're very welcome. Good luck.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
You too.
Bye.
All right.